This is the story of how a billionaire's lawsuit against two wedding planners accidentally exposed the truth behind one of Hollywood's most carefully guarded family feuds. A dispute over a $159,000 deposit turned into 188 pages of WhatsApp messages, texts, and emails that revealed everything the and families were desperately trying to keep private. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your thoughts on this mess. April 9th, 22 should have been perfect when married in front of 500 guests at a 3-day celebration on the family's $72 million Palm Beach estate. Between $3 and $4 million went into making this wedding happen. But what nobody knew was that 3 different wedding planners had to work on this event before anyone even walked down the aisle. The celebrity planner who'd handled his 2009 ceremony worked on this wedding for 11 months, starting in April 2021. 6 weeks before the big day, he quit, claiming he'd overcommitted himself. When someone at Bailey's level abandons a billionaire's wedding with less than 2 months to go, the situation behind closed doors was clearly falling apart. Bragin and Grijalba from Planned Design Events got the emergency call on March 1st, 2022, with exactly 6 weeks to pull off a multi-million-dollar wedding for 500 guests. 9 days later, they were fired. Worth $1.7 billion, had already handed over a $159,000 deposit to the planners. December 2022 rolled around 8 months after the wedding, and Peltz filed a lawsuit demanding every penny back, plus another $30,000 in damages, claiming the planners had seriously misrepresented their skills, missed deadlines, and provided nothing of value. But here's where it gets good, because Bragin and Grijalba weren't about to roll over. Their February 2023 counterclaim sought $50,000 in damages plus legal costs, and the real weapon was the 188-page document they attached containing hundreds of private WhatsApp messages, texts, and emails between everyone involved in planning this disaster. They labeled Nelson Peltz a billionaire bully, documented 10 18-hour days of work, submitted invoices totaling $181,000 on top of the original deposit, and backed up every single claim with screenshots and records. Chaos doesn't even begin to describe what those court documents exposed. Was deliberately kept in the dark about major decisions, according to court filings that stated both and herself insisted his mother could not know about any internal mistakes regarding the wedding planning, especially anything involving the guest list. Cover-ups were happening in real time to keep Victoria from finding out how badly things were going. The family had their guest list fully organized with all contact information revised and ready to send out, while the side remained incomplete with missing addresses throughout the entire process. And Nicola kept texting the group chat to add guests one day and remove them the next. Real texts that ended up submitted as evidence show exactly how bad the communication got. Did not RSVP, so explain why his name's on the list, please. We spoke to him. He can't come. So explain why you said he RSVP'd yes. I'm tired of catching mistakes on this RSVP list, honestly. That's Nicola's actual message to the wedding planners. Brooklyn called the whole planning process a mess. His bride went further and described it as a murder scene. Over $100,000 spent on Nicola's hair and makeup alone appeared in the court documents, and Claudia Peltz allegedly told the planners that Nelson absolutely could not find out what those services cost or he would kill her. The planners also claimed Nelson wanted to cancel the entire wedding at one point, and his wife Claudia had to beg him not to because it would destroy their daughter's acting career. "You're killing it!" That's what Nicola texted the planners one day. 24 hours later, they were out. From Michelle Rago Destinations got the emergency call to rescue the wedding with only weeks remaining. She pulled it off successfully, charging substantially higher fees because of the chaos she'd inherited. The wedding looked flawless to the 500 guests who attended. Nicola wore custom Valentino haute couture, celebrity guests included. And I performed at the reception, and everything appeared perfect from the outside. Victoria told the Today Show in October 2022. It was a beautiful wedding, Nicola told. In March 2023, there was no feud, and everyone seemed ready to move forward. Settlement came in September 2023, when both lawsuits got dismissed. Planned Design Events made a charitable donation to the Care Ukraine Crisis Fund in Brooklyn, and Nicola's names, and the legal case closed. That should have been the end. Approximately 1,200 days after their original wedding, Brooklyn and Nicola held a vow renewal ceremony in August 2025 because the original event had been what they described as a nightmare. 0 Beckhams attended, which means Romeo, Cruz, and Harper all skipped the ceremony while officiated. The entire Beckham family was reportedly on holiday in Europe instead. By December 2024, Brooklyn had stopped following his parents on Instagram. And when Christmas 2025 arrived, Brooklyn skipped every family celebration to spend the holiday with the Peltz family. January 19th, 2026, detonated everything when Brooklyn posted a 6-part statement to his Instagram stories. I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth. I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. Brooklyn claimed Victoria canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, which forced them to urgently find a replacement gown, though Vogue had reported a year's worth of conversations with the Valentino design team. The mother-son dance was the nuclear bomb in his statement. In front of our 500 wedding guests, Mark Anthony called me to the stage where in the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my wife, but instead my mom was waiting to dance with me. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life. 5 days after that Instagram bombshell, appeared on the British TV show This Morning and confirmed the entire story. Mark Anthony called up the most beautiful woman in the room. Every guest expected the bride to come up, but Victoria Beckham walked onto that stage instead. And, according to the DJ who was there watching it all happen, Nicola left the room crying her eyes out while her husband danced with his mother during what was supposed to be their romantic moment together. Fat Tony said the part that matters most. If Brooklyn felt it was inappropriate and awkward, it was inappropriate and awkward. The next morning's brunch was the most awkward part of the entire 3-day celebration because every single guest spent the meal discussing what they'd witnessed. When the bride and the groom leave their own wedding devastated, word trickles out. Fat Tony's partner backed up the whole account with an Instagram comment that later got deleted. I was there and she did. He's telling the truth. Good on him for finally speaking out. Everything clicks into place when you line up those old court documents against Brooklyn's January statement. Victoria being deliberately kept out of planning decisions, constant chaos that the planners documented in hundreds of messages, secret $100,000 bills that had to be hidden from Nelson, the allegation that the father of the bride wanted to cancel everything because it was heading toward disaster. Children are allowed to make mistakes. That's how they learn. David Beckham's public response to his son's statement stayed brief and measured when he spoke to CNBC. Sources close to the family paint a different picture. Victoria is walking around in shock, unable to believe her son would speak to the world this way, crying frequently, feeling completely blindsided. David is pacing the house and replaying conversations in his head, trying to figure out where everything went wrong, not sleeping well. Communication between Brooklyn and his parents now goes exclusively through lawyers. David's social media reveals the pain without words. His 2025 year-in review post included 0 photos of Brooklyn or Nicola, though he later shared a throwback photo with his eldest son, captioned, "I love you all so much." Cruz Beckham liked Instagram posts mocking the dance allegations his brother had made public. Brooklyn and Nicola remain married and living in Los Angeles as of late January 2026. Reconciliation with his family is not something Brooklyn wants, according to his continued public statements. A billionaire sued 2 wedding planners over a $159,000 deposit. Those planners fought back with 188 pages of evidence proving the wedding was a disaster behind the scenes. The lawsuit settled quietly and everyone assumed the story was over. But court documents create permanent records. And this paper trail showed Victoria had been kept out of decisions, Nicola and Claudia were hiding mistakes and overspending, and a bride was texting "murder scene" about her own wedding planning. 3 years passed before Brooklyn broke his silence, and suddenly every piece of evidence from those legal filings fit together perfectly. The vow renewal with 0 Beckhams present, the DJ confirming on national television that the bride left crying. The constant secrets and tension documented in hundreds of messages between planners and family members. 3 wedding planners, one $3 million disaster, and a family feud that a lawsuit over a $159,000 accidentally exposed to the world. Court documents filed by 2 wedding planners who got fired after 9 days revealed the most explosive family secrets in this case. Those planners decided they weren't going down without a fight, and their fight created a permanent public record. The receipts existed the entire time. 3 years just had to pass before everyone finally sat down and read them. If you want more celebrity drama breakdowns like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. Drop a comment telling me which celebrity feud I should cover next. Thanks for watching.